welcome back to another edition of Pardon the BRICKRUPTION. I'm Mel. That's Corey. What's up there, champ?
Oh man, Champ had a busy day today, man. Did my first photo shoot. My boy, he last year we highlighted him. We was doing some Black history and highlighting some Black content creators and stuff. So I highlighted him. I knew him for years, and I said, "Bruh, listen, I got this big heavy thing with me, and I need some pictures of it." He was like, "I got you, man." So the trophy reveal video, I know it's been a few weeks, but it's coming out now. I got it professionally done.
All right.
It looks good, man. Like I said, man, I'm raising the bar, man.
Yeah.
Bar.
Indeed.
It's not. It ain't supposed to be somebody's background. You're supposed to. If I'm going to the store to get some eggs and I can't afford them, I'm just gonna whip out the trophy. Like, come on, I'm gonna need that discount. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need that discount. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But man, I'm feeling good, man. How about you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Life is good, man. I'm about to embark on a big project that I'm getting ready to do, man. So I started today with filming, and so I'm hoping to share that real soon once everything is underneath the wraps.
Nice.
So yeah, man. What I'm thinking is that you could probably take that trophy after you get your carton of eggs and crack a couple eggs on the trophy. Right before you fry them.
I got the iced out trophy, so ain't gonna do no sizzling, man. Ain't gonna do no sizzling. It's iced out.
Just might be so. It just might be so. You might be right, friend. You might be right.
Yeah, man.
First up,
let's get into it.
Tariffs on Lego. What does it all mean? Now, what did Lego do to you?
Lego ain't do nothing wrong. Denmark ain't do nothing wrong. But you know what? We have a shift in direction in our country. The leadership in our country has changed. Every 4 years we have elections. Elections have consequences, as they say. Some people would think the last 4 years was terrible, and they're looking forward to these next 4 years. Okay. But we do have a president that is now embarking on tariffs against our neighboring countries, Canada and Mexico. In Mexico, we get a lot of stuff from them. Canada too.
Yep.
But is that going to affect the goods that are coming in, specifically Lego goods? Absolutely. So what's that going to look like for us? Because with tariffs, the companies pay the higher costs, and that cost trickle down to the consumer, us.
Yes.
So
they teach you that in elementary.
You learn that in elementary, right? Yep. So if I go in to get, my little Lego Speed Champion, I'm always it's like $12.99, maybe $20 or something like that. If I go in there and I'm seeing it worth $30, $40, I think I might have to ride up to the White House. Stand on the picket line. I ain't trying to.
Oh, be careful, friend. Be careful. I ain't
trying to bum rush. I'm like, hey man, this ain't supposed to be $40. We need you to fix that. So I think a lot of us are going to feel the sting. On Lego. We're going to keep it to Lego, but I think a lot of us going to feel the sting, man. What say you?
So I'm reading the Brick Fan, because I am a fan. Brick Fan's article on it, and it for the time that he wrote it, it was right on point. But a lot of this stuff kind of got rolled back, and I tell you why. But it says yesterday, I'm not gonna say his name, but the green one imposed tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. This involves a 25% duty on all imports from our neighbors. As we know, Lego manufactures is a majority of sets for the North America market in Montero and Mexico factories, right? So fast forward a couple of days when it's a few, a few days after when he said he was going to do, like he was supposed to do it today, friend, but it's the 4th and he was supposed to do it today. And he kind of rolled that stuff back, but he did keep his tariff on China. So he rolled back the one on Canada. He rolled back the one on Mexico, right? Um, because these are your neighboring jurisdictions who are your allies, right? These are your borders, right? And like you said, ultimately, I hate talking about political things. I really do. Um, but when you get into a certain person who has an agenda to get rich, and yeah, a U.S. president can get rich, and he's going to show you how over these next 4 years. And the people that support him are about to get rich. Me, you, and the middle class, and everybody else, we won't get rich unless you own in the same stocks that they own, right? And he's showing you that by, okay, it's just like, hey, look, man, you owe me $25. By the time you give it to it, you're gonna give me 30. And then you tell me, oh no, man, look, you owe me $20, but by the time you give it back, you're gonna give me 40. It's a circle jerk, man. I hate to use that term, but it's a circle jerk if you got a stake inside the circle. I don't have a stake inside the circle. So who's like you said, it's a tariff. So who's that get those tariffs? Who's that cost get passed down to? It's the consumers, bro. And here's the thing: is that people are losing their jobs right over this, and we're sidetracking this. I'm definitely sidetracking this thing. People are losing their jobs, but how are you going to buy anything if you lost your job? How are you going to buy anything? But the prices are going up on everything. A lot of businesses are going to get bankrupt, right? And here's the thing. Me and you, we talking. What happened to the days that, hey, look, man, I don't like what you did on Friday night, but I don't like what you did on Saturday night. Well, you know what? Let's talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah. Those days are done, man. Those days are done. And it's crazy because people are going to double down and they're going to support this. And at the end of the day, where your pocket's at, So if Lego really is listening and paying attention, maybe they could do something. Maybe they could change pricing so that way it can compensate. But then again, Lego is in the business of making money.
Yeah.
If everybody's cost is going up, people still going to buy them Lego sets.
But here's where a lot of, and don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be American. I don't want to be born anywhere else, friend. I don't want to know. But here's the lesson that's going to be learned is that the world is bigger than America. So no matter what we do, we don't set the tone for the world. The world is much greater than us. Yeah. It's the collective of countries together that makes this planet called Earth.
That's right. That's right.
And so we're going to find out over these next 4 years that you might not be as great as you thought you were. You're good, but just not as great as you thought you were.
He's not as great as you thought you were. Oh, man. We're in for a bumpy ride, man, but we're going to ride it through, man. GWPs.
Right.
Gift with purchase. A lot of us, we like the gifts with purchase so much that we would just buy all types of stuff in the Lego store just to get that gift for purchase.
Yes.
But there is a good side and an ugly side to that gift for purchase, man. What you talking about?
I'm talking about, so the good thing is that you get something for free, right? And beggars can't be choosers. I'm not a beggar, I'm a buyer.
Yeah.
I'm a buyer. And so I could be a little bit choosy, right? Because I'm buying, right? And you get this gift for whatever purchase, for whatever amount of money that you choose to spend at the store, you get this gift, right? Sometimes it's $150, sometimes it's $200, right? The bad, I should say, is that you gotta pay amount of money. You have to make a amount of a purchase to actually receive it. The ugly is that over the last 5 GWPs, Lego, you kind of been slacking. You kind of been slacking on it. I think they're starting to get a little bit like not desirable, I should say. I think the latest one, and I'll backtrack, right? The latest one is the tropical rainforest diorama. Don't don't do that face. Don't you do that face. I, I love plants. Don't get me wrong. I love plants. I love the botanicals. I love the line and stuff like this. But this right here, like it's losing the wow factor for me. Like it is. It just it's not tropical for me, right? So another one that was just recent was the Cerebro from the X Mansion, right? I felt like, and I said that before, I felt that should have been an extension onto that should have been already inside the X Mansion. That's one of the features of the X Mansion is Cerebro, right? That was one of those features. Another one that just really didn't wow me was the library, like what was it, the bookshelf? The bookshelf? Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. At a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 4. she's a 4. It's a 4. It's a 4 for me. It's a 4 for me. It's a 4 for me because it's just, and I might be hypocritical when I say this. It's too specific, right? It's too specific to a certain thing, right?
Okay.
You wouldn't put that in your Lego City.
Right. You would put it in a mega build. You would do that. But let me just go back a little bit to that diorama, the tropical rainforest diorama.
Yes.
I'm looking at the pictures right now as we speak. I take back my face from earlier. Yeah. I'm sorry. This looked like a 5-year-old put this together.
Don't pretend you're not with it. You know you're not with it. Don't pretend. Don't pretend you're with it when you know you're not with it.
Listen, I can see why. And you know what's stunning to me? There's 299 pieces in this.
I didn't even know the piece count.
299 pieces. Now, I don't know if the picture itself if they're not utilizing this picture right. I'm looking at it. I'm just like, yo, this thing looks mad tiny, and it doesn't look appealing at all.
No.
And again, like you said, beggars can't be choosers, but there's something about that GWP that it's supposed to be like a goodie, like you get the cake, right?
Right.
Get the frosting on the cake, right? And then you get the sprinkles, and you're like, yeah, I'm good with that, that's great. But then, like a person like me, somebody just came in and was like, yo, I got some Oreo cookies and some Oreo cookie crumbs for you. Let me put that all over your cake.
Yeah.
Oh, you just changed the game for my cake. You put the little Oreo on top. Oh, that's what I want. I want that. That's what the GWP is supposed to be. If it's like I see my cake and I'm ready to eat that, and you say, hey man, I got one more topping for you. You put a raw carrot on the top of I'm like, hey dog, I don't want the cake no more. I don't want the cake no more. Keep the cake. I don't want it. I don't want it. Don't give me something like that. You're supposed to add to the because the only way you could get those GWPs, you had to dump a lot of money into Lego.
Yeah, you got to dump the money on that day, and you got to be number one. You got to probably be there when they open because those GWPs go by so fast because people, whatever that enticing set on that first day that come out, people are there to get it, and then people are there to collect the GWP.
Right.
And so, if you wait the next day, or like if you're an online shopper, you'll probably wait in the queue and get it, right? But me, I like to go to the store. I like the experience, so I go to the store and go get it.
Right.
And if you don't get it that first day, chances are the second, third day, it's gone. Like I got the Avengers Tower set through the land, which I'm grateful, but I didn't get the GWP. They didn't send the GWP my way. And so, I had to think about it. I was like, man, am I gonna buy a $500 set just for the GWP? And I probably should have had, but I missed out on the taxi, man. I didn't do it. I missed out on the taxi, and that taxi was it because it came with the Black Panther on pouncing on top of it.
Yeah, and that was like those type of GWPs are good. They're really good. But then you have those GWPs, and you look at it and like who's this for? Like, who asked for that?
I think for me, it's like the GWPs should be like you said, it's a bonus that I could take something and just easily blend it into the set that I bought, that came paired with it, right? Or even like I said, something easy I could put in to a Lego City. The bookshelf thing is just like that. You put that on your bookshelf, you put it up on the shelf, and it's separate from your Lego collection.
So that bookshelf needs to be on a bookshelf. I mean, if that's the whole point. Like, I don't need to see that in anyone's set. I can see that standalone, like that taxi cab. I can see that standalone, but I could also see it in the middle of someone's city.
Right.
Man, that waterfall, that tropical rainforest. Once you said that, I was like, and I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I can see that. I take it all back. That face I made earlier, I take it all back.
And I get it. I it's good to be honest. I hate to be critical. But it's good to be honest. And whatever sets that come out to get that, I probably wouldn't take. I would pass on it. Like, honestly, I would pass on, because that GWP is not for me. That's not something I would desire to go get. I'm not gonna spend $200 to go get that tropical rainforest. I'll spend the $200, but you can hold the tropical.
You can hold that. Let me pick something else that's around the same value. You know how you can do that stuff?
No, this is it. No, cha-cha, no can do.
You know what? Give it to that kid over there. He looked like he ain't getting nothing in the store.
Give it to the kid. You would do that. You take it and you give it away, right?
Yeah, that's
somebody else's day.
Oh, man.
March 1st releases. Oh, man. Are we already talking about new releases after the new releases?
I don't know. Maybe the new releases wasn't it?
Yeah. He said it wasn't it. Oh, yeah, the beginning. You saying that the beginning of the year releases wasn't it?
Nah, I didn't say that. But February, I mean, what was February's releases? The sunflower. No, the sunflower wasn't the release, right?
Nah, that's a release March 1st.
See what I mean? I'm talking about. Oh man!
Two things are happening here, Corey. Two things are happening.
What's happening?
Either you're having too much Lego, which ain't a bad thing, or you have an early onset Alzheimer's. Like, something's happening here because you're slipping.
Might be it. That might be it.
I think you got too much Lego happening here.
I got too much Lego.
Yep. So for March 1st releases, you have the Ninjago City Workshops modular set, which I think is probably going to be one of the biggest that are coming out in for March 1st. And I'm looking at it. in the modular series of Ninjago, I think this is a C. I give it a C.
Oh wow!
I give it a C. And like I said, I hate to be critical, but you got to look at every modular of Ninjago from the first time all the way to now. And it's like, okay. But here's one thing that I do like about the workshop. It comes with a mech.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
The other ones didn't come with a mech. And
I was going to say that.
Maybe that's the number one feature. Maybe it's just the mech.
Man, listen.
But it just seems to me, from looking at the images, it just seemed like it's going to be smaller than the regular modular sets, but it's supposed to line up with them.
It does give off that vibe that is going to be smaller. But then again, look at the name of it. Ninjago City, Workshops.
Workshops.
It ain't supposed to be big. That's supposed to fit inside of the city.
Okay.
That's supposed to be within. That's like saying the Ninjago City auto body shop. That ain't supposed to be the size of a city. That's supposed to be
I do appreciate the details, right? And the details as far as such, like you can reach in each floor and grab that floor out and see what's going on inside. Which I think that I could appreciate that. So you don't have to undo the build totally to see the play, right? So you can actually just open up and pull them out. I do appreciate that feature. That's a pretty cool feature.
Yeah, I do dig that as well. And even some of the features that you see in the building itself, like on the top there, the top left side, you got a fight going on. It looks like the brick built, villain and stuff like that. I love that. The mech. I think they had the mech in the center. Some of the pictures I've seen, the mech is in the center of the city. So I mean, I like it.
Yeah,
I do hear what you're saying. It's definitely not up to the scale that we're used to when it comes to Ninjago cities. So,
but here's how you fix that, friend. Here's how you fix that.
Don't tell me I got
it's part of the Dragons Rising series, right? It's a part of Dragons Rising. Where's the dragon at, bro? Like, where's the dragon?
Got to talk to Aaron about that, man. Aaron wasn't assigned to her, so
make it a GWP. Get a GWP dragon. You see what I'm saying? A GWP dragon to go with this Ninjago, right?
Aaron, tell your boys in the Ninjago wing of Lego they dropping the ball. This could have perfect. I'd have bought this set.
I ain't an
just
expert.
for that dragon.
I ain't an expert, but I'm just saying, bro. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, like this set needs a dragon. If it's part of the Dragon Rising series, where's the dragon at? You got the mech. Where's the dragon?
Need that dragon. Listen, man. Let's move on from that, man. Sunflower.
Okay.
Sunflower set. The set that I thought was coming out in February.
Yes. You'd have been the only one, asking for
it. In line. No, it's all right, because you know what I would have done? I'd have opened up my briefcase. I'd be like, you see this right here?
I need that set right here until you pull them out the back.
I need that set right now. You see that trophy? I need the set right now. I'm about to get everything I want from Lego just from doing that.
Are you using that as an American Express card? You go everywhere. You go everywhere. You go everywhere.
I carry that everywhere. I'll tell you what, man. Being an art major and stuff like that, we both into art, man. I could really appreciate where Lego is going with recreating these beautiful works of art. We had the Mona Lisa couple months back that came out. Beautiful set, absolutely beautiful set. I recently did a corporate event, and one of the people in the event had the Mona Lisa holding it up. I was like, man, that thing is beautiful, yo. The layering, I love that layering. So seeing the sunflower and just seeing how they designed the sunflowers and seeing how it's embroidered and it's layered on. Yeah, I love that, man. And the beautiful framing of it as well. Like, whoever is in charge of this line and doing this, they're having a great time, because I could see them building more and more sets like these going forward. What about you?
Yeah, I think that the technique of the actual Lego art is this one is right on point. It kind of reminds me of the Spider-Man Lego art, where you had the Spider-Man coming off the frame, right? So, like,
you got that.
Yeah, I got that. And so, like, with these sunflowers, they have that 3D effect, right?
Yes.
So I appreciate that a lot too. And I think that Lego art line is here to stay, man. I think if they do like Nathan Sawaya, and you do a lot of the old art history pieces, and you translate them into Lego, I think you can have a long run with this series.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have so much art in the world, you could definitely recreate. They can even recreate like how you mentioned Spider-Man, they can even recreate different iconic comic book covers, like Superman holding up the car. They could definitely recreate that. The Hulk, like his hands coming out the frame. Like, hey, Lego, listen, I know y'all been trying to get me for some time. You've been stealing all my ideas. So if you want me to, I'll come out to Denmark. I'll come out to Berlin. I'll sit down with y'all. We'll go through some stuff. Pay me for a week of work. We'll make it happen. Come on, make this happen.
Now isn't a good time to actually, like, spend a 4-year aboard working, like, in the workplace. I wonder how much does the Lego HQ charge for, like, I mean, how much you can. I'd be a custodial over there, dude, for 4 years. I sweep the floors, I clean the toilets, man, no problem, man. I do it for 4 years, then come back here, man. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be standing right in front of Lego house. I'm gonna have my trophy, like, Y'all know I didn't. Y'all know I didn't make this.
You know, you do that, right? You do that, and about 30 men who work in one of the specific department will come out the door with a trophy just like yours.
People like, yeah, what took you so long? I'm like, you right. You right. You right. Let me go ahead and sit in my little corner and crank out these sets. Oh man.
All right, another one is the Transformer brickheads. I don't know if Jermaine would be proud, or and I can see like they're running the gambit. Like, of course the two iconic figures is Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, right? That's automatic.
Right.
And so you get a Bumblebee and a Optimus Prime. You can I'm guessing with the same pieces you can either make them the car version or you make them the brickhead version.
Wait. Question. These don't transform?
You could take a look again.
I'm looking at them right now.
All right. What to tell
him? I don't want them.
He said I want them.
I don't want them. If you're giving me brickheads, number one, they look adorable. They're cute. Right? I could definitely see me giving that to some kids.
Okay.
I will take a few. They're cute, but if they don't transform, what we doing here? What we doing here? That means I gotta buy two of them so I can see the truck version and the hot version. Nah, man.
It's if you got you say that like it's brand new, but once upon a time, Lego did come out with the 17 versions of Batman in the brickhead, and so you would have to buy it like several different times to collect all 17. I'm sure it wasn't 17, but it was like maybe 13 or 12 of them. It was like different versions of Batman. It was. You remember that?
I remember that. I was like, man, come on, man. Y'all just gouging me for money at this point. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know. I have a problem with this, man. I love how they look, man, but dude, if we're not transforming, what we doing here, yo?
Yeah, it's not a transformer if you don't transform, right?
Yeah, they're just bots. I don't care for that, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man, this next set that's coming out next month is on the top of my list. I am not even gonna front.
Okay.
On top of my list, man. You know me, man. You know I'm a STEM educator, so you already know the set that I'm looking at is a set that's going to intrigue me, and that is the evolution of STEM. Nice. That's a Lego Ideas. Now, when I saw this, I saw it, I checked it out, and a couple of things came to mind. Number one, Lego done striked again, because that book, that open book, that reminds me of my finale build on Lego Masters. And I looked at that and I was like, man, I'm looking to recreate that build at some point. They done stole my idea again. But then I looked at it and said, you know what? That was Lego Ideas. So let me reach out to the guy who created it. Right. So that I did just that. So I reached out to him and I told him, man, congrats on the set, man. As a Lego, STEM educator, man, this inspires me, man. And I just love, what you was able to give to the Lego Ideas community. And look what Lego did. Like the colors, it's beautiful, man. It's so many areas of exploration, of education. This is a gift I would give to each and every one of my students.
Yeah.
Each and every one of them. Now, is the price point going to be, in the range that I could do that? Absolutely not. But I will be encouraging my students, parents, and guardians to definitely invest in this set. This set is a beautiful set. One of the best that they came out with.
Yeah, much agree, man. Much agree. I love anything that has to do with education, and I love that they're tying the STEM thing, because Lego has a lot to do with STEM. And and even though like a lot of this stuff that Lego does is it's a lot of fantasy, a lot of sci-fi, a lot of superhero stuff like that, stuff to get kids' attention. On the educational side, it's good to kind of intertwine the two. That way, a lesson is still being taught, but we're still having fun. Like STEM is fun.
Yeah.
And STEM is very educational, and STEM is life, man. Like, you go into careers doing STEM, man, like, and not even know it, but you're part of it. You're in that loop. And but it's good to keep it fun. That way you keep kids' attention. So I like this set.
I really do too, man. You know, the other day I was talking to Tacos. You know, she's also a STEM educator as well. And I was telling her, like, listen, like this set is something you should definitely try to recreate in your classes as well. If you look at the set, I'm looking at the box right now.
Yeah.
And in the center of that set, there's a letter there. And I was kind of pointing that out. Like there's a letter, and the letter says C. So I just want you to know C stands for Corey. So this set was designed specifically for me. So
I take your word for it.
Speculations, man. Listen, I think we're looking at a re-emergence of some fun stuff in the comic book world. You know, me, I'm a big comic book fan. You know, I love comic books. I'm all about it. All about it. I see your shirt. I got a little boring polo shirt on. But you know, they got these rumors coming out. I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Some of these rumors are confirmed. So let's talk about the two of them. Spider-Man's apartment.
Okay.
And Fantastic Four with Galactus. Now, Fantastic Four just dropped a teaser trailer today. If you did not watch that teaser trailer,
unreal.
I don't need you talking to me. I need you to go back and watch the 3 Fantastic Four movies and the bootleg movie, and then come back and talk to me once you see the trailer.
I'm gonna spoil it for you. Okay. That Baxter building. The Baxter building. The Baxter building, bro.
That's great.
You better believe I know somebody that's already working on that joint right now.
As they should.
You better believe. I got too much on my plate because I would give it a go, but
you know what?
Believe I know somebody that's already working on it.
But you know something, man? The Baxter building wasn't enough for me, man.
Yeah.
It was that car.
Yes.
That car they were whipping.
I love
it on it.
I'm gonna tell you, and we're not even talking about the set or the sets that or whatever comes out when it becomes official, right? And the hell calling at 10:20 at night. calling the hell calling. So, but here's what I love what Marvel is doing, and I hope that this kind of it alludes back to or connect the dot back to Iron Man, and not so much Iron Man. It loops back to his father Howard Stark, right? You're seeing all the technology, the car, the old school car. You kept it old school, but it looked futuristic, man. You know how I felt? I felt like I was in the Jetsons movie, man. If they ever made a Jetsons movie, that would be it, right? You know what I mean? The Fantastic Four are the Jetsons, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're out of space.
Yeah. And you know what? I felt all that.
Yeah.
I felt all that. Seeing that trailer, checking out that old school, you know, retro look. Looked like it was pulled right out of the comic strips.
Right.
That's what I want to see. Now, if Lego, we've seen Lego adapted movies in Lego form. If they decide to go about this the right way, I need Galactus. I don't want to see a giant man Galactus. He can't be looking like Giant Man.
Yeah.
Right? I need, you know, like, and we didn't talk about this, but the minifig, the scaled up racing driver minifig.
Yes.
I need my Galactus to be scaled up.
Right.
I need him to be that big. And the minifigs got to be the same size minifigs.
Right.
And Benjamin Grimm has a big fig. Right. But I need that upscaled. I need that upscaled Galactus. They better not disappoint me on that.
Yeah, in the comic books, he was like he could palm worlds in his hand. And that and so that only makes sense if you scaled it right. It would be that big size minifig, right? That mega size minifig, right?
Absolutely.
And we've seen people who mocked up, you know, Galactuses that were like at that scale, right? And so yeah, it would be disappointing to get a big minifig, I guess, you know, like a Thanos size Galactus, and they're not the same size at all.
Nah, don't listen. If Lego does that,
But
I'm talking to Blair. Like Blair, you all the way over there, Blair Archer. You all the way over there in Denmark. This flew by you.
But there's some concessions, right? Don't get you put a lot of pressure on Blair. There's some concessions to it. You probably won't get that big minifigure, like buildable minifigure, right? But you probably get like a buildable size, like this will probably be Galactus.
Bro, no. I'm hitting up Blair. Blair, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need your card. I'm gonna need your comic book card. I'm gonna need you to come back over here. Boone, I'm gonna need yours too. Because y'all sat back and let this fly. I let it slide with the Sentinels. I let that slide. As tall as the mansion, I let that slide.
Right.
You giving me a Galactus that's a Sentinel size, bruh. That's why I draw the line, man. That's why I draw the line. Can't take that. No.
You ain't gotta take my word for it, man. But you bet your bottom dollar that's probably what you're gonna get.
So man, let's switch over to Spider-Man Peter Parker's apartments, right?
Yes.
So a couple years back, they did a Spider-Man base, right? They had like all these different types of Spider-Man. They had like a skateboard thing, so it looked like a kid's basement. So I like that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Now when I'm thinking apartment, I'm thinking of those sets like Friends, Seinfeld, The Office. How they do like a whole design. I'm looking for that.
Okay.
If you're gonna give me Spider-Man's apartment, I want to see that.
Okay.
Don't give me one of those GWPs. don't give me one of those. I want to see an entire room. Okay. I want to see that laid out detail. I need to see that tiled out. I need to see it. I need to see it looking right. So.
Okay, so like. Once upon a time, you had the Sanctum Sanctorum butted up against Spider-Man's apartment, right? Apartment building, right? And it was like a facade set, right? And then the Sanctum Sanctorum went solo, and we got a kind of like a little bit of modular size Sanctum Sanctorum, right? Standalone. Right. So I think in on the other end, it would complement that to get an apartment building with Spider-Man in it. But here's the thing, friend. Who else is inside of the building? I mean, at the most, you probably have, at the least, you have 3 floors. At the most, I would say you probably have 5 or 7 floors, right?
Yeah.
Who else is inside the building?
Got Aunt May. Got Aunt May up in there. Aunt May with her knitting. We got some knitting material, a little sewing machine.
Not a building for Peter Parker, not May.
Listen, man, you might have Mary Jane in there. Black Cat. Might have all his booze, different levels.
You sound like an episode of Jerry Springer.
Man, but you're right though. Who can you put? So I don't think it's going to be an apartment complex. I just think it's going to be his apartment.
So I think you get a facade partial apartment. Like I think you get a facade one, like Thor's new Asgard. You know how that was just just a little facade of that level. I think you get somewhat the same thing, because it's very minimal, right? Peter Parker's apartment is very minimal, and in fact, Peter Parker's apartment was just his bedroom at this point, right? At the most, he was just doing the most in his bedroom.
Yeah, that's true.
Even Miles Morales, even when Miles Morales went to school, it was in his bedroom. Like he never, So I think you get that. I don't think you get a whole building.
No, I don't think so. If anything, if they really wanted to overthink it, they can make his apartment the same size of a floor at the Daily Bugle. And that'll be something you can add in addition to the Daily Bugle.
It sounds like a GWP.
It sounds like a GWP. Oh man, listen, man. they could go a lot of ways with this. But honestly, I feel like it's going to be a lot like the Seinfeld and the Office and Friends, that type of sets. I think it's going to be a lot like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
Right, that one was a quick one for us,
Mm-hmm.
but we keeping it steady, Freddie, and we'll be back again another week. So but what you got going on for the rest of the week, friend?
Listen, man, I'm going to the ATL. How these kids be doing it? The A, is that what it is? The A. That's how these kids be doing it now. Cal, the A, right? He don't care about that. He don't care about that. I'm gonna be in Atlanta this weekend for Brick Fan Expo. We are back on the road.
Nice.
Brick Fan Expo got about 5 or 6 dates lined up.
Okay.
Our first stop is Atlanta, and that's usually a big event. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm coming in there, as one of the champs now. So I have a whole new swag. I'm going to tell Mark and Steven, listen, man, y'all been holding it down for a couple of years, man. Go sit down somewhere, man.
Right. Go dust your trophy off.
Dust your trophy off, man. My Jordan's still fresh in the box. So I need y'all to chill out.
Right.
If Doug Bricks come in, then I might have some problems, man. Because Doug Bricks, he doing a lot, man.
He got some dust on his trophy. It's been a while since he won.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Couple months of freshness, yo.
He knock the dust off his trophy.
Yeah. So so I'm gonna be out there, man. And I'm gonna be doing my thing at the STEM zone. Me and Tacos, Geared Up STEM. We coming back. We got some fun, exciting projects that we're gonna try to do with these fans, man. We're gonna be that's what we're gonna be doing, man. We're gonna be kicking it off right. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be super fun. Can't wait to be out in Atlanta, hanging out with folks, man. It's gonna be great time, man. Great time. How about you?
Tell Randall I said hello, man. That's a good dude, man. That's a real good dude.
Man. Man, you know what, man? He always be ducking and dodging. He'd be in Atlanta and he'd be like, man, I'm in Chicago. I bet you anything I'm gonna hit him up and like, yo, man, we out in your town, man. What's up? Where you at? I'm in Chicago. You know when we was coming.
He know he was coming. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He down there, man. He's a good dude, man. I like man. Down to earth, dude. Yeah, me, man. I'm taking it easy this weekend. The Eagles are playing in the Super Bowl, so I'm gonna be all Lego until Sunday. Sunday Super Bowl, and then I'm back to the Lego frame because I'm on a special project and it's full tilt from here, man. I'm so excited about it, man, and I can't wait to reveal it. So yep.
Good luck to your Eagles, man. I don't have a dog in this fight. However, listen, man, we need some records, man, and we haven't had a 3-peat in a long time. So I'm kind of leaning that to
I don't think people want to see that. I don't think
people want to see that.
I think people are over that. Like you went once, you went twice.
We get it.
Move along.
Oh. Now, would you be saying that if the Eagles weren't?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you. I'll be honest with you. If the Eagles won 3 in a row, I'd be an excited fan. They probably had me do something I normally don't do and just buy some Super Bowl tickets to go.
You're a hypocrite.
Always, friend. Always. I'm worse than Megatron.
Oh, man. Oh. At least he can transform.
Right. Brickheads, man.
Oh, man. But listen, man, good luck to your team, man. I'm probably going to try to tune in, man. I'm going to see. I got some peoples out in Atlanta, so I'm going to see what peoples is doing Sunday.
Watching Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's
man.
A big football town.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that, man.
It's a big football town. Yeah, man. Get there safe, man. And when you get back, we'll do another round of PTB.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man. So then, folks, you guys enjoy. Keep building. You see him waving the flag. You see me with this 3-year-old that doesn't want to go to sleep. You know how that is, man. As always, where's that flag? Good night, America.
Good night, America.
We'll try to do better next time.
Maybe.